Did you know that the Amish never attend high schools or colleges? Their education ends after 8th grade. The Amish follow a way of life that is very different from the modern world. They live by strict rules known as the Ordnung that guide every part of their daily life. These rules are passed down orally and shape their faith, family, and community. But who are they? The Amish originated in the 16th century as part of the Anabaptist movement. They believe in adult baptism, pacifism, and living separate from modern society. Their faith emphasizes humility, simplicity, and submission to God's will. For outsiders, these rules may seem strange. But for the Amish, they are essential. Today, we will explore 10 of the most important and strict rules that define the Amish way of life. Education constraints. Education in the Amish community is unique. The Amish believe that children do not need to be educated beyond the 8th grade. Amish children attend school until they turn 14. They learn basic subjects like reading, writing, math, and history. But they are also taught practical skills like farming, woodworking, and homemaking. This prepares them for life in the community. High school and college education are not part of the Amish tradition. The Amish believe that further schooling could take their children away from the faith. Instead of learning about worldly subjects, Amish children focus on skills that will help them live a simple, faithful life. After 8th grade, they begin to work and contribute to their families and communities. Education for the Amish is about preparing children to be part of their community. It's not about earning degrees or achieving worldly success. For them, success is found in living humbly and faithfully. Strict community discipline. Discipline in the Amish community is taken very seriously. There are strict consequences for breaking the rules. The Amish use shunning as a form of punishment. If someone breaks a major rule, they might be shunned by their family and friends. This means that no one in the community is allowed to speak to or interact with them. Shunning is meant to encourage repentance. It's a way for the person who broke the rules to realize their mistake. If they show remorse, they can return to the community. Shunning is a form of social pressure. It is meant to help people stay on the right path. If someone commits a serious offense, they might be excommunicated entirely. The goal of strict discipline is to maintain the integrity of the community. It ensures that everyone remains faithful and committed to the Amish way of life. Rumspringa Exploration. Rumspringa is one of the most fascinating aspects of Amish life. It is a rite of passage for Amish teens. During Rumspringa, young Amish people are allowed to experience life outside of the community. Between the ages of 14 and 16, they might wear modern clothes, go to parties, or try new things. It's a time for them to explore and decide whether they want to return to the Amish faith. Rumspringa is not about rebellion. It's about testing their faith. Teens are given the opportunity to see what life is like outside of the Amish world. But they are expected to return and commit to the faith when they are older. Most Amish teens who experience Rumspringa choose to return to their communities. They get baptized and reaffirm their commitment to Amish life. Those who choose to leave the community are often shunned. Rumspringa is not a free-for-all. It is a test of faith. The Amish believe that after this exploration, their teens will understand the value of their traditions and want to stay. Modest clothing regulations. Clothing is one of the most important rules in the Amish community. They follow strict guidelines about what they wear. Modesty is key. Amish clothing is simple. Men and women wear solid-colored clothes. No bright patterns or flashy designs. Women wear long dresses and men wear trousers with suspenders. These clothes are designed to keep the focus on the person, not their appearance. Women wear head coverings. Men wear hats. They believe that clothing should be plain. No one should stand out based on their clothes. There is also a rule about jewelry and makeup. Amish women do not wear makeup. They do not wear jewelry either. The Amish believe these things promote vanity. They see them as distractions from a simple, humble life. By following these rules, the Amish hope to avoid drawing attention to themselves. They want to keep their focus on their faith, not on how they look. Relationship and marriage rules. Relationships and marriage are deeply important in Amish culture. They follow strict rules about how men and women can interact. Before marriage, couples are not allowed to have physical contact. They may spend time together, but there is no kissing, holding hands, or other forms of intimacy. Amish courtship often involves long talks and supervised dates. One tradition is called bundling. This practice allows couples to spend the night together in bed, but they are separated by a board or blanket. It's a way for couples to get to know each other without breaking the rule of no physical contact. When it comes to marriage, the Amish follow strict rules. Marriage must be between a man and a woman. The Amish do not recognize same-sex marriages. Divorce is not accepted. If a couple divorces, one or both individuals must publicly confess and seek forgiveness from the community. Marriage in the Amish community is considered sacred. It is a lifelong commitment. Divorce is seen as a failure to live up to their religious obligations. Women's specific regulations. Women in the Amish community follow specific rules as well. These rules emphasize modesty and submission. Women are expected to dress modestly. They wear long dresses and head coverings. Women are also expected to be submissive to their husbands. This is part of their role in the family and the community. Women's roles are centered around the home. They care for children, cook, and manage the household. Their primary duty is to support their husband and children. Though these rules may seem restrictive to some, the Amish believe that women's roles are just as important as men's. Their work is valued, and they have an essential role in the community. Even with these regulations, Amish women find fulfillment in their roles. They see their duties as a way to serve God and their community. Technology restrictions. Technology is another area where the Amish draw a line. In their world, less is more. They are very careful about the technology they use. The Amish community avoids modern technologies like smartphones and computers. They do not use the internet. They do not have TV or radio. They limit their use of electricity. The goal is to keep distractions at a minimum. Technology can lead to a loss of focus on faith and community. They use phones, but only for business purposes. They also use some modern tools in farming and other practical work. However, the key is to avoid technology that could pull them away from their beliefs. The Amish believe technology can harm their relationships with each other and with God. They prefer to live simply. They believe technology can cause unnecessary distractions and create an unhealthy dependence on it. Life without the internet and constant notifications helps the Amish stay grounded. It keeps them connected to the present moment and each other. Transportation limitations. One of the most noticeable Amish rules is about transportation. The Amish do not own cars. Instead, they rely on horse-drawn buggies for most of their travel. Amish people believe that owning a car would separate them from the community. It would also make them more like the outside world. Buggies allow them to stay connected to the land and to each other. The Amish also avoid bicycles for the same reason. They believe bikes promote individualism. However, they are allowed to ride in cars with non-Amish people if necessary. They might use a car to travel long distances, but they do not own or drive them. The use of horse-drawn buggies keeps the pace of life slower. It encourages people to live in the moment and to interact more with their neighbors. The buggies are also a symbol of their commitment to simplicity. In the Amish world, a car is seen as a tool for separating themselves from their traditions. A buggy, on the other hand, represents their desire to maintain the peaceful, simple life they cherish. Religious observance. Religion is at the heart of everything the Amish do. Their faith shapes their values, their actions, and their lifestyle. The Amish celebrate only two holidays, Christmas and Easter. These are the most important religious holidays for them. Their church services are simple and focused on prayer and worship. There is no music, no singing, just reflection on their faith. The Amish see religion as a way of life, not just something you do on Sundays. Every decision, from the way they dress to how they work, is influenced by their faith. For the Amish, faith is not just something you practice, it's something you live. It governs everything they do. They live their lives in constant devotion to God. Religious observance is about simplicity, humility, and community. The Amish do not need the distractions of modern life to stay close to their faith. No visual representations. One of the more unusual rules the Amish follow is the avoidance of visual representations. They do not allow photographs or portraits of themselves. The Amish believe that pictures promote vanity. They believe that creating a visual representation of oneself is a form of pride. The focus instead is on the community and faith. No individual should stand out. Photos are not allowed because they take attention away from God. The Amish community values humility and simplicity. They do not want to promote their own image. This belief is tied to their commitment to humility. By not allowing photos, the Amish keep the focus on the group, not the individual. In the Amish world, it's not about how you look, it's about how you live and how you serve others. The Amish community follows strict rules that shape every aspect of their lives. These rules help them live simply, stay humble, and remain focused on their faith. In a world full of distractions, the Amish strive to maintain a life centered on family, community, and spirituality.